What's up, everybody? Damon Hatfield here, joined by my hetero life mate, Greg Miller.
That's me.
I was trying to watch Running Man here in the IGN break room.
There it
Greg
is.
comes to me and is like, Damon, I gotta talk to somebody about Family Guy Back to the Multiverse.
And not as many Family Guy fans as I thought there'd be in the office. I asked like 3
What?
people.
Greg, it's almost 2013.
Yeah, and it's still awesome. Family Guy's still good day to day.
Most of us stopped watching Family Guy a long time ago.
All right, well, I didn't, Damon, and I just saw Family Guy Back to the Multiverse. More importantly, I got to play it. Now, what's interesting about this is that I've seen it before, Damon, at the Comic-Cons. I've seen it before at these trade shows you go to, but I've never gotten to play it before. And then it got delayed, all weird. Remember, it was supposed to be out in like September, and then just like the day came and went, and nobody
They're like,
told
no,
us.
we want to get Black Ops 2 out first.
Yeah. So now they're like, oh, November 20th, here it's coming. PS3 360. And so I played it, and enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I'm excited about it.
It's good.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things I don't want to get tricked. I don't want to get tricked and duped into saying it's good, and then I review it and I give it a low score and somebody gets mad at me. What I saw was promising. What I saw was enjoyable. Well, here's the thing about it, right, is that the show's writers came in, right, and they helped out. They have all the voice talent from the show.
Seth MacFarlane.
Yes, exactly, all the voice talent won. But it's a Brian and Stewie episode, if you will. I mean, it's springboarding off of the Multiverse episode that I don't know if you ever saw. But it's got, Seth MacFarlane doing the voices, and it opens with, Brian and Stewie having their banter or whatever. Then they jump into the levels, and the levels are fun. Like, it's one of those things, it's a licensed game, right? So we don't know.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Is it going to be a good, like, cool spot?
Greg Miller, you know what the licensed game is? Batman Arkham City.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that. Damon, he's always got something to make you think, don't you? But this one, like, it doesn't sound like a Family Guy. Like, if you were going to be a Family Guy game, what's the Family Guy game going to be about, Damon?
What's going to be? Non sequiturs? I mean,
exactly, right? So no, this is, a third-person shooter. You're running around shooting things and blowing things up, and you're trying to
not what I would
defeat
guess.
Bertram's armies out in the multiverse and all these different universes that are slightly different than your own. But it actually kind of worked from what I was playing. The most jarring thing for me was when Brian and Stewie are talking in the original cutscene, like they're 3D all of a sudden, so they look kind of weird, and you're like, all right, but the voices are there. It's all original dialogue. It's an interesting and humorous story so far. But then when you get to playing the game and you're running around the cel-shaded world, it actually looked like the show. I thought it was one of those things that looked good enough to where I'd be like, oh, okay, I know what's going on here. Now they use some like canned dialogue from the show, like pull like snippets here and there. That kind of is weird, but
it's obvious when they do that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a Family Guy fan, like apparently I am. I'm apparently a super fan. Greg Miller, I didn't know, but they pull a few things from other shows and little references here and there. But cutscenes were cool, story seemed cool. The gameplay itself was fun. It's very boring. I'm sorry, it's very basic. Mr. Hatfield from IGN.com.
Is James Woods in the game?
Don't know yet. I mean, you'd hope, right? Like you'd hope he's there. He's James Wood. There's got to be a James Wood universe. The Chicken's there. Joe Swanson's there. Quagmire's there.
Now you said you don't want to get tricked. So like, how much do you have the full version of the game?
No.
Okay.
This was just a preview.
Okay.
We're still 2 weeks away from November 20th. It's coming up pretty quick. I should have a review code soon. Hopefully I'll have a review up before it comes out. That'll be your sign. If we get up a review beforehand, hopefully good things are coming.
But the reason you had to pull me away from watching The Running Man right now is because you needed to tell people.
I wanted people to know that
your first impression of the game is positive.
Exactly. If you've been waiting for Family Guy Back to the Multiverse, there's a reason to still be looking forward to it. It was fun. It's simple. It's a third-person run around, shoot stuff up. There's a lot of collectibles. Seems like it'll be good for getting trophies, good for getting the achievements, boss fights at the end. But it all seems to have that Family Guy humor. I'm interested.
Okay, so 2 things. Number 1, Family Guy Back to the Multiverse is out on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 on November 20th.
Correct.
You're reviewing it?
Yeah.
Your review will be coming soon.
Somewhere around that date.
And number 2, Greg says that a girl in The Running Man put something in her vajayjay.
That's what we think.
I don't remember that.
I could have sworn when I was a kid we were watching this, Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, what? How did you hide that? And she's like,
That's his
women have more places to hide things than
That's
men.
his
You're like,
girl.
what do they have? Like, it's either that or like the underside of her boob.
Couldn't you put it like in her cleavage? That's what that would be where
guess.
my first place would go. My first place wouldn't be, oh, she stuck it up her vajayjay.
Well, she made a point out of saying that she was a girl. Like, sure, we have more places to hide things. I'll check Wikipedia.